I was using my balls to polish my cheese grater this morning, and that got me thinking, with the new patch imminently coming to all platforms for the 4.0 update, it promises to fix just about every single one of our current problems. But is it really good enough? Does it suck? Well, I've jumped over to Experimental to find out that question, and in today's video, we're going to go over the patch notes, see what's been fixed, see what's still left to be fixed, and also there is some new content coming into No Man's Sky as well, found via some deep dives into the game files. So let's get into today's video. So if you are on PC, you can now take full advantage of the incoming patches by going over to Experimental, and you can get all the patches that little bit sooner. So here are the patch notes. Experimental branch 11th of the 10th. Fixed a number of issues where old cargo slots were visible in the UI, such as when viewing ships through the analyst visor. Okay, that's a really good one because I know a lot of people were having that problem. Players upgrading their save to Waypoint are now awarded additional free technology slots. This will also apply to players who have already upgraded their save to Waypoint. So they are still pushing that narrative where you'll get additional free technology slots. Now my question was going to be to that, whether or not they would also include the players that have already jumped ahead and obviously played the 4.0 on release. So it's nice to see that they are including everybody with that. So going forward, fix an issue that could cause broken tech to permanently block some of the inventory slots. I didn't ever have the issue with this, however, again, it was very dramatically reported that that was a prominent issue. So again, I'm really glad to see that being fixed now. Fix an issue that could cause freighters to be missing hyperdrive after purchase. That is something I experienced myself when I purchased a freighter on the 4.0 update. It didn't have any hyperdrive capabilities whatsoever. So it's good to see that now that will be fixed. I don't know if you've already purchased one without the hyperdrive, whether or not you would have to swap it out for another one. So go and buy one again and obviously exchange it out. But hopefully now going forward, that should be fixed. Fixed an issue that prevented the correct charging of exocraft technology. Yes, I had that problem as well. Fixed an issue that could prevent large inventories from being fully displayed in some circumstances. Fixed an issue that could cause duplicate hyperdrives to be found in crashed and NPC ships during the tutorial. So for newer players, let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you had that problem. The photon cannon can now be deleted from the ship inventory providing at least one other weapon is installed. So that's interesting. I don't know why they've added that, because we've never been able to delete the photon cannon before. It just seems to be a strange addition. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below as well. Fix an issue that could cause volcanoes to pop out of existence. How the heck does a volcano of all things pop out of existence? But there you go, apparently it is now fixed. Fix an issue that could cause livestock unit to display too few inventory slots in the UI. Wow, there is a lot of inventory related fixes in all this, so there has obviously been some sort of major problem with the UI overhaul, and it's broken so many things. So why didn't all these issues get fixed before they released the 4.0 patch? If anything, that 4.0 update has seemed very rushed in my opinion. So going forward, fixed an issue that caused predatory fish to move too slowly. Well, all fish move at different rates, so what have they done? Stuck a rocket up their ass and off they go? Who knows? Fix an issue that could cause improbable large numbers of sentinels to spawn at a player's settlement, in particular in multiplayer scenarios. Now, this has been a problem. This has been a problem in No Man's Sky. There have been videos out now for a while over on Reddit and other people having this very issue. This has been before the 4.0 update. This has even been when settlements first came into No Man's Sky. Why are they now only addressing this issue? again, makes no sense to me why they are only just addressing it now when this has been a long-standing problem in No Man's Sky. Again, it just seems like they just try to tack things on to an actual update in order to say, look, we are fixing these problems. And yeah, they are fixing these problems now, but what about all the other times that they've had when they've been releasing these updates? They could have fixed this problem a long time ago. I suppose the term comes to mind, better late than never, but here we go. At least now that has been fixed. Fix an issue that caused the neutron cannon to deal nearly no damage. That is true. It didn't do much damage at all. Added a confirm button to delete base's options when interacting the base computer. Now, I know a lot of people will absolutely rejoice at that, because I've deleted bases in the past by literally rushing through the menus and selecting the wrong thing. It's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to plenty of you guys as well, so that is a nice welcome addition. Fix the number of visual issues with freighter engines, improve the trade rocket engine effects, so that'll be good to see. I will test that another time. Fix the number of rendering issues with particle effects, improve the text displays when viewing cooking items in the catalogue. That has been reported that there's been a lot of issues with text and scrolling and things like that. And going on to the next one there was fix a number of text scrolling issues in the info portal as well. So that's really good to see. That was the main problems with 4.0, that, well, one of the few main problems with 4.0 that a lot of people was talking about. So it's good to see that they've listened in that respect. Optimize the render of new particle effects. Optimize star and sky rendering. Fix an issue that prevented FSR 2.0 from being enabled while using HDR, so high dynamic range, for those people who are lucky enough to have a graphics card and a screen that can take full advantage of that. Fix a number of network issues, fix the crash related multi-tool rendering, fix the memory issue related to squadron icon rendering. So that is the extensive list coming to all platforms very, very soon. It should be dropped within the next day or two. So hopefully that will fix a lot of issues with 4.0 and the buggy mess that it has been. Now, yesterday's video was a very controversial video on both sides of the fence, where people agreed or disagreed with what I said, and I read through every single comment. There was a lot of comments, but I read through every single one of them, and one of the comments especially was about constructive criticism, about what would I like to see changed in No Man's Sky. Give actual bullet points rather than just generalizing everything, and I think that was a really good idea. So here is what I would like to see for the next update, for, you know, patches and things like that. So what I think they should do is bring back the old UI, because like I said in yesterday's video, if it's not broke, don't fix it. However, I absolutely love what the team has done with the extended storage in every single capacity. So for example, in your exosuit, your extended exosuit, you know, you've got the extended storage now in your storage containers, in your ships, and so on. I think if they kept the old UI with the extended storage that we have now, that would be an amazing like thing. So that is something I want to be brought back. Old UI with the new storage. Now, going forward as well, another wonderful thing I absolutely love about this update is all of the new lights, the details. Everything just pops a lot more, and I'm all about that. So for example, you go into the anomaly now, and you know, there's rings of fire everywhere. It's amazing. So I'm really loving that. I love the fact now that we have a trade rocket. Fantastic. Now, on some of the comments as well from you guys, and I'm just relaying this now, a couple of people have said, well, you know, this new menu, which is absolutely fine. No, people play how they want to play. Fine, I completely agree. People can play however they want to play, sure. But why don't they keep it where it's its own separate game mode, where you have creative, you have relaxed now, but why don't they, like, I don't know, integrate that into just relaxed mode, where you can change the game on the fly and tailor it to how you wished. That way then, it gives the new players the opportunity to play the game however they wish. It gives old players to play the game however they wish as well. So if the older veterans, quote unquote, want to go ahead and switch the game up to exactly how they like, then they have their own game mode for it. But keep normal, creative, permadeath and so on, separate entities where everybody is in separate realms, if you will, and it doesn't affect anybody else's game. Because one thing that someone said to me as well was, and I didn't even think of this at the time, is what if you are on survival or permadeath, and a player can quite easily toggle off taking any damage or whatnot and go and hunt somebody who hasn't messed about with those options and completely wipe them off that game completely, and they'll lose everything. So there needs to be some sort of balancing or rebalancing with that. Obviously the menus are more than likely here to stay, but I honestly feel that needs to be addressed a lot more, and it needs to be integrated in the right way so everybody, new and old, can enjoy it, and the older veteran players don't feel like they've been cheated in some way. And that's what I kind of think about these things. And I want to thank every single one of you who yesterday took the time to write a comment, whether you was for the argument or against the argument. At the end of the day, it was all about having that conversation, having the argument on both sides, and to really kind of talk about this issue, because it has split the community in quite a big way. And it was good to see that everybody had an opinion about it, everyone was talking to each other about it, and I feel like it was very constructive for everybody. So I want to say again a massive personal thank you to absolutely everybody, and I really do respect everybody's opinion, no matter what side of the fence that you may be on. Now, we have found some hidden items that are coming to the game in the save files, and I've managed to get them activated, and I'm going to show you what these are. Now at the moment they are just placeholders, but I'm going to place them down and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So they're using just this technology thing as a placeholder. However, if you look at the different names, you've got builder, you've got ships, you've got all sorts of things. Now if we go inside of them, they do just act like a construction research unit, and they have all the same interiors, and that goes for the exact same all down the line. It doesn't matter. But if we have a look at the physical names of these things, it seems to be that Hello Games have got some sneaky things in the work. So this is science, weapon, farm, and then it goes into exocraft, ship, and builder. So we don't know yet what this could possibly mean or why it is the way it is. However, it could mean that maybe ship customization, like changing colors on the fly and whatnot, could be on the horizon. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below as well. Anyway guys, that's everything from me here today, and as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.